There is a place on Earth more alien than the moon, a place we have mapped less than the surface of Mars. It is a world of eternal darkness, of bone-crushing pressure, and of secrets that have been kept for millions of years. This is the Mariana Trench, the deepest, most hostile environment on our planet. For decades, we believed it was a barren, lifeless void, a place where the laws of biology simply break down. But we were wrong. Driven by an insatiable need to explore, we kept going back, pushing the limits of technology and human endurance. We went searching for the edge of life, and we found something else entirely, something impossible. In 1960, two men, Don Walsh and Jacques Picard, did what was thought to be impossible. They touched the bottom of the world. Their vessel, the Trieste, spent a mere 20 minutes in the Challenger Deep before being forced to return. The pressure was so immense that a window cracked on the way down. Their report? A flat, featureless desert, nothing but silt and silence. More than 50 years later, filmmaker James Cameron made the same journey, this time alone. He spent hours on the seafloor scanning the horizon with high-definition cameras. He described the bottom as lunar, desolate, isolated. For years, this was the accepted truth. The deepest part of our ocean was a void, a dead zone where life had given up. But what if they weren't looking closely enough? What if the true inhabitants of the abyss were simply watching, hidden in the darkness just beyond the lights? In 2019, explorer Victor Vescovo shattered the depth record, plunging 10,925 meters into the abyss. His submersible was a marvel of technology, capable of staying at the bottom for hours, scanning every inch of the seafloor with precision instruments. And he found something that Cameron and the Trieste had missed. Something that had no business being there. It wasn't a sea monster. It wasn't a geological wonder. It was a plastic bag, and next to it, a candy wrapper. Our trash had reached the most remote, inaccessible place on the planet before we had even begun to understand it. It was a horrifying discovery, a stark reminder that there is no corner of Earth untouched by human hands. But it also raised a terrifying question. If our fragile, disposable garbage could survive the journey to the bottom, what else could? Scientists soon found the answer. This is the Mariana snailfish. It is an animal that, according to every law of physics and biology we understand, should not exist. It lives at depths of over 8,000 meters, under pressure equivalent to 1,600 elephants standing on the roof of a car. At this depth, a human body would be crushed into a ball the size of a marble in seconds. But the snailfish thrives. Its bones are flexible, its skull is incomplete, and its body is a gelatinous marvel of evolutionary adaptation. It survives because its cells are filled with special molecules called piezolites, which prevent them from being crushed into oblivion. This creature doesn't just survive in the abyss, it has conquered it. It is the apex predator of its world, hunting tiny crustaceans in the pitch black. The discovery of the snailfish was a revelation. The trench wasn't a desert, it was a kingdom, and we had just met its king. But there were other, older things in the darkness, things that defied explanation. In the crushing dark, something strange happens. Creatures that are small in the upper world grow to monstrous proportions. They call it HADAL gigantism, and this is its poster child, the supergiant amphipod. On the surface, its cousins are no bigger than a fingernail. In the trench, they grow to the size of a football, with armored shells and powerful claws. They are the scavengers of the abyss, drawn to any scent of death from miles away, stripping carcasses to the bone in a matter of hours. For years, we thought they were a rare anomaly, but recent expeditions have found them in staggering numbers, blanketing the seafloor like a living carpet. The trench isn't just a habitat, it's an evolutionary crucible, a place that warps and magnifies life. And then there are the relics, the Dumbo octopus, with fins that look like elephant ears, drifting like a ghost at 13,000 feet. The frilled shark, a living fossil unchanged for 80 million years, with 300 needle-sharp teeth arranged in 25 rows. The goblin shark, with a jaw that extends out of its skull like something from a nightmare. These aren't just animals. They are echoes of a prehistoric world, survivors from a time before humans even existed. And the deeper we went, the more impossible it became. In the summer of 2025, a Chinese submersible exploring a previously unknown section of the trench stumbled upon the most significant discovery in the history of deep-sea exploration. It wasn't a single creature, it was a civilization. Stretching for over 1,500 miles at a depth of nearly 6 miles, was a thriving, bustling metropolis of life. Thousands of ghostly white clams, some the size of dinner plates. Dense forests of foot-long tube worms, their red plumes waving in the current. Sea cucumbers, crustaceans, and creatures we don't even have names for yet. All living where no life should exist. They weren't surviving, they were flourishing. How? They live on poison, methane and hydrogen sulfide, deadly to most life on Earth, seep from cracks in the Earth's crust. These chemicals feed colonies of bacteria, which then feed the larger animals in a process called chemosynthesis. Life without any light from the sun, without photosynthesis, without any connection to the surface world. It was a completely alien ecosystem, hidden from humanity for millions of years, running on rules we're only beginning to understand, and it held one final, terrifying secret. The narrator explains the purpose of bioluminescence: hunting, communication, defense. But in the pitch black of the trench, light is also a weapon, a way to blind, confuse, and terrify. But the most alien aspect of the deep isn't what lives there. It's how they communicate. In a world of total darkness, 76% of all deep-sea creatures have evolved the ability to create their own light. Bioluminescence, chemical reactions within their bodies that produce glowing blues, greens, and reds. Some use it to hunt, like the anglerfish, dangling a glowing lure to attract prey. Others use it to communicate, flashing patterns to find mates in the endless black. But many use it as a weapon. The vampire squid, when threatened, turns itself inside out and releases a cloud of glowing mucus, blinding and confusing predators. The Atolla jellyfish creates a burglar alarm, pulsing with light to attract larger predators to scare off its attacker. Down here, light isn't just a tool, it's a language, a currency, a means of survival. And we are only beginning to understand what these creatures are saying to each other in the dark. What messages are being passed in flashes of cold fire, miles beneath the surface, in a world we can barely reach? We went to the bottom of the world and found the impossible, a thriving ecosystem that runs on chemistry, not light. Creatures that glow in the dark, giants that shouldn't exist, living fossils from the age of dinosaurs. It was a triumph of exploration, but the most impossible discovery wasn't the life we found. It was what we brought back with us. Inside those samples, locked within the cells of those alien creatures, are microbes and viruses that have never been exposed to the surface world. Life forms that have evolved in complete isolation for millions of years. We have no immune system to fight them, no medicine to stop them, no understanding of what they might do if released. History has taught us that pandemics don't come from nowhere. They come from places we disturb, from ecosystems we invade, from boundaries we cross. We thought the Mariana Trench was the most isolated place on Earth, a final frontier, untouched and unreachable. But by going there, we built a bridge. We have taken a piece of that alien world and brought it into our own. The question is no longer what's at the bottom of the ocean. The question is, what have we just invited to the surface, and will we be ready when it arrives?